to the level that they are today. And that tells you that anything is possible, regardless of your background, regardless of who you are. Anything is possible if, as you heard Samuel say, if you dream and you think big. And there's nothing wrong with dreaming and thinking big. Now, any of the young people that we have before you today could end up being a Samuel L. Jackson or a Dr. Martin Luther King. And as Samuel said, when he went to Morehouse, he met Dr. Martin Luther King had been at Morehouse. So we want you to listen to the young people today. And for years to come, if someone asks you, say, I remember sitting in an audience with that person. There are a few changes to the program.
In the 8th grade, his favorite teacher told him he couldn't become a lawyer because he was a man of color. He then instantly dropped out of school and lived a life of crime. Living in Michigan was tough. His family was torn apart, racism everywhere, and being African American and Muslim. After a while, he ended up in jail for 17 years. After release, he talked and joined a nation called Nation of Islam. He became an activist for black Muslims in the USA. But then he left the organization because he felt they weren't making any changes for him. Then he started making speeches and teaching people around the world. He was then assassinated by the organization for being independent in 1965, February 29th.
My presentation of Black history is about Ben Carson. Benjamin Carson was born in Detroit, Michigan. His mother, Sonia, had dropped out of school only in the 3rd grade and was married only when she was 13. Benjamin Carson was only 8 when his parents divorced, and Miss Carson was left to raise Benjamin and his older brother, Curtis, on her own. She worked 2, sometimes 3 jobs at a time to provide for her boys. Benjamin and his brother fell further and further behind in school. In 5th grade, Carson was at the bottom of his class. His classmates called him dummy, and he developed a violent and uncontrollable temper. When Miss Carson saw Benjamin's failing grades, she determined to turn her son's life around. She sharply limited the boys' television watching and refused them to let them outside to play until they had finished their homework each day. Within a few weeks, Carson astonished his classmates by identifying rock samples that his teacher had brought to class. Anyways, within a few weeks, basically, Ben Carson was the first neuroscience solid. Damn.
Got it,
neurosurgeon to operate on 2 babies that had been joined at the back of the head. They were called Siamese twins. Him and a 70-member team had completely just cut them apart, and he basically saved both their lives. He was the first black surgeon to do that anyways.
Isn't that a dangerous procedure?
Yes, it is. And that's it.
It was on the first president of the United States. One of the reasons we celebrate Black history is so that African American history is not lost. Has anybody ever seen a $2 bill? Anybody ever seen a $2 bill?
Yeah.
I have a couple of $2 bills here. Most of us don't know that they're $2 bills. We've forgotten that they're $2 bills. But the first African American person who was considered president of the United States was John Hanson. John Hanson is on the back, supposedly, of the $2 bill. Now, what happened is John Hanson was a Moor. He was considered the first black president of the United States from 1781 to 1782. Now, there were seven other presidents after him before George Washington. So why is it that we don't celebrate those presidents? Simply because they were not considered president under what we consider now the Constitution of the United States. They were first elected under what is considered the Continental Congress, which was not considered the Constitution of the United States. Therefore, the first black president is not recognized, nor the presidents after him, because they did not come under the Constitution of the United States. Check it out. Do the research. So, he's not only on the back of a $2 bill, he's also considered the black president who was president of the Continental Congress of the United States. But now remember, he was not considered the first president simply because he was not ratified under the Constitution of the United States. So we thank the Miller for that. Okay?
And as opposed by James Weldon Johnson and sent to music by his brother John Johnson. In 1899, it was first performed in the public in the Johnson hometown of Johnsonville, Florida, as a part of a celebration for Lincoln's birthday. February 12, 1900, by a chorus of 500 school children at the segregated dance school where James Weldon Johnson was president.
Thank you.
Today I'll be reading you a piece of the Martin Luther King speech. I have a dream today that one day every valley shall be exalted and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places we will be plain and crooked places we will be straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed and the flesh shall see it together. This is our hope, this is our faith. I go back to the south region. With this faith we will be able to hew out of the mountain despair of stone of hope. With this faith we will be able to transform the jangling disorders of our nation into the beauty symphony of brotherhood. With this faith we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together. Children will be able to sing and do reading. My country, tis of thee, sweet lady, unto liberty. Land where my fathers died, land where the fruit, land of the pilgrim's pride of every mountainside, and freedom. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And when this happens, and we will follow the ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up the day when God children, black men, white men, Jews, Gentiles, Protestants, and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing into the world, old Negro spiritual. Free at last, thank God, free at last.
Thank you. Very good, Jonathan. Thank you so much.
People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love and love from more naturally to the human heart that is ring with the harmony of melody. Let every joy
our past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us.
Facing a rising sun of our new day begun.
Let us march on till victory is won. Stony.
Stony the road we tried, bitter the shining light. Fell in the days when hope unborn has died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers fight.
Sing us over
the waving
tears have been watered. We have come trading our path through the blood of the slaughter. After my gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast.
Get out of our weary years, get out of our silent tears, that will have brought us thus far on the way, that will have by night lead us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray.
Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadowed beneath thy